Good afternoon and welcome to ICU Lunchtime News. We take a look at stories making headlines. President Hichilema salutes workers on Labor Day. Vice President opens Africa Nursing Conference. Misa calls for ethical journalism ahead of elections. In international news, China removes tariffs for most African countries. In sports news, Saudi fund withdrawal raises certainty over Live Golf future. With the news and details, my name is Precious Wine in Urenda. President Hichilema has paid tribute to workers across Zambia, describing them as the foundation of national development and progress. The message highlights the role of workers in driving sector of the economy, while also acknowledging the past challenges such as low wages, job losses, and limited benefits from their labor. Government says efforts to stabilize the economy, attract investment, and create jobs are beginning to show results, with projects in manufacturing, mining, and business development contributing to employment, while commitments remain to improve working conditions and worker dignity. Vice President Mutale Nalumango has reaffirmed government's commitment to reducing unemployment among nurses, and with Vice President Mutale Nalumango has reaffirmed government commitment to reducing unemployment among nurses while improving the quality of health care service in the country. The conference brought together nurses and midwives from several countries, focusing on sharing experience and strengthening service delivery in the health sector. The government has also emphasized the critical role nurses and midwives play in patient care, particularly in maternal health, as efforts continue to improve healthy care access and outcome. The Media Institution of Southern Africa, Misa, Zambia, has urged journalists to uphold professional ethics as the country prepares for general elections. The call highlights the media's role in providing accurate information to help citizens make informed decisions, especially during the electoral period. The appeal comes ahead of the World Press Freedom Day, with a concern raised over the dangers of misinformation and its potential impact on peace and stability. We take a break. Coming up next in international and sports news.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Thank you for staying with us. In international news, China has announced it will remove tariffs of imports from African countries, expanding its duty-free policy to cover 53 nations with the exception of Eswatini. The move, which takes effect from Friday and will run until April 2028, is aimed at boosting trade and strengthening economic ties between China and the African continent. While the development is seen as a major step in trade relations, analysts note that the tariffs are not the main barriers for African exporters, who continue to face challenges contributing to a trade imbalance with China. We take a break. Welcome back, and now in sports news. Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealthy fund has decided to stop funding Rev Golf at the end of the season, casting double over the future of the breakaway golf series. The move has raised wider questions about the kingdom's extensive investment in global sports, where it has spent billions hosting major events and building its profile as a sport hub. Despite the uncertainty, Saudi Arabia's remain committed to key projects, including hosting the 2034 FIFA World Cup, as attention shifts for the impact on its broader sports portfolio. That sport item brings us to the end of the lunchtime news. But before we go, a quick recap on stories making headlines. President Hichilema salutes workers on Labor Day. Vice President opens Africa Nascent Conference. Misa calls for ethical journalism ahead of elections. In sports news, China removes tariffs from most African countries. In sports news, Saudi fund withdrawal raises certainty over Rev Golf future. Thank you so much for watching. For more updates, please do watch our main news at 20 hours.